Well, hello there. Didn't see you there. Hi, my name is Alex. Okay, cringy intro out of the way. I've always wanted to make games, but never really had the time to learn how to make games. And I thought what would be a better time to learn or start to learn making games than right now when we're all stuck at home. I've been doing some research here and there, looking up YouTube, and I came up with an original idea. I'm gonna make a game about the corona. It's Plague Inc. 3D and FPS Battleroyale. But before we start making the game, there's two things that we need to know, or two things that we need. One is the game engine that we're gonna use, and the other is the language we're gonna use. And for me, I'm gonna use Unity for the game engine, and because it's Unity, I'm gonna use C# as my language. So, time to learn a new language. Now that I learned a new language, time for us to start making the game. This is actually a movement script I wrote a day prior when I was playing around with Unity, and yes, these few lines took me one whole entire day. These first few lines basically just takes in the mouse X and Y coordinates and map it to rotate the camera's horizontal and vertical axis. And this bunch of if statements takes in the WASD inputs and moves the player on the X and Y coordinates. Now if we were to test this, you can see that the mouse does move the camera up, down, left and right. But an immediate problem is that if we start spinning circles, the camera starts to turn on its z-axis. Now if we were to change the camera angle to a bird's eye view, you can see that WASD does move our player on the X and Z coordinates. But if we were to face in any direction and press W, it actually moves the player up on the X coordinates and not where the player is facing. So how we're gonna fix this is something I learned a lot from my lecturer in school, which is to search it up on YouTube. So after spending less than 30 minutes copying code and having two separate scripts, one is for the movement and one is for the camera, and yeah, it all works. Looking around, moving towards where our camera is facing. It also clamps the camera, meaning that the player cannot look above or 90 degrees up and down. And yeah, but I kind of forgot to record that part. So just believe me that it does, okay? Just believe me. Now with that done, the next thing to do is to add in some buildings and make it so the player can cough. The fuck am I doing with my life? You'd think I would have thought about the potential consequences of making this video, like getting into trouble or getting even expelled from school. So let's continue coding. For my core physics, I used a tutorial I found online for shooting bullets. But when I tested it out, it's more like I shed out particles, and because my player has no gravity, we can fly now. But it's a simple fix to just add an offset to where our bullet is coming from, and yeah, now it works better, I guess. next step, which is the most important, and it's creating a bot to infect and start spreading the virus. So at this point, I have added in a few bots. I've enabled them to get infected and then start spreading it as well. And you can see them coughing as well if you give them a few seconds. Yep, you can see them coughing as well. And if we spread all around, you can see that they all start spreading it as well. And then yeah, so all that we are left with is to give the bot some movements, some UI, and we should be done. So it's kind of working now. Everyone is moving around. Let me show you. Everyone's moving everyone's moving around. Yeah, and you can infect them, and then they also start going around and infecting other people. I hope. Okay, just infect your other teammate. Cough on him. Yeah, see, it all works out. So I spent like at least an hour and a half trying to fix the issue of the bots getting stuck, and I can't seem to fix it. But I'll just do what any good game publisher would do, which is just to call it a feature. In fact, here's a list of all the features. So I've added a timer and a counter to count the amount of bots infected. And if we take a look from the top, you can also see that the bots are infecting other bots. So it's not just the player infecting the bots. Next up, which is the last thing we needed to do, is to add in some trash UI screens and make the buttons link up to their different scenes. And just like that, we have a game. It's not a great game, it's a masterpiece. And now we have a start and end game menu, and here we can just press begin and it would start playing the game, and we'll just spread the virus to one person, and then we can just have a time lapse of them doing their thing. And now that they are done and the timer has counted down to 0, you can see that it brings us to the end menu, and here we can press try again or we can press quit. But pressing quit doesn't do anything here because Unity doesn't allow you to, quit Unity by pressing quit button, right? So it's been 3 days. What was it 4? I lost count of time. Anyways, I can finally say I made my first ever game. One shitty ass game. I've left a link in the description where it will bring you to a website that's actually hosting this game, and you can give it a try. Now is probably a good time to say that the virus is not a joke, it's not a game. You should probably stay at home, wash your hands or something. Unless you're an edgy teenager like me, then get out there and not wash your hands. If you have any feedbacks or suggestions for the game, you can leave a comment below and I'll do absolutely but fuck nothing. Goodbye.